Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something. When was the last time you truly went all in? I mean really all in. Not halfway, not I'll try, not maybe next week, but completely, utterly obsessed with your vision. Most people don't fail because they lack talent. They don't fail because they don't have the right connections. No, they fail because they treat their goals like a casual hobby instead of a burning mission. Obsession is the dividing line between those who dream and those who achieve. It is the unshakable, all-consuming fire that turns ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. When you are obsessed, you don't need motivation because your mission fuels you. You don't wait for the perfect conditions because you create them. While others hesitate, you move. While they doubt, you believe. While they rest, you push forward. This is the mindset that transforms lives. Greatness does not come from half-hearted effort. It does not come from working when you feel like it or making progress only when it's convenient. It comes from showing up every single day with the same intensity, the same hunger, the same commitment. It means thinking about your goal when you wake up, carrying it with you throughout the day, and falling asleep with the vision of it in your mind. Every action, every decision, every habit must align with that singular purpose. The truth is, the world rewards obsession. Look around. Every breakthrough, every innovation, every legendary success story is the result of someone who refused to think small. The best athletes, the top entrepreneurs, the greatest artists, none of them treated their craft like a side project. They didn't settle for good enough. They pursued excellence with an almost unreasonable level of dedication. That level of focus creates momentum, and momentum creates results. Most people never reach their full potential because they treat success as an option rather than a necessity. They dip their toes in the water instead of diving in head first. But obsession is different. Obsession means eliminating distractions, cutting out excuses, and staying locked in even when progress feels slow. It means working when no one is watching, improving when no one is clapping, and staying disciplined when others would quit. People will call you extreme. They will say you're taking things too seriously. They will try to pull you back to their level of comfort. But obsession does not care about opinions. It does not seek approval. It is a force that drives you forward, pushing you to do more, to be more, to achieve more. And when you operate with that level of intensity, success is no longer a question of if. It is only a matter of time. Every person who has ever achieved something remarkable did so because their reason for pushing forward was bigger than the excuses that could have held them back. Success is not a matter of talent, luck, or the perfect circumstances. It is a matter of having a purpose so strong that nothing can shake it. When your why is powerful enough, no obstacle can stop you, no setback can discourage you, and no failure can break you. Your why becomes the anchor that keeps you grounded when things get tough, and it becomes the fuel that pushes you forward when you feel like quitting. Most people don't reach their potential because their excuses are stronger than their drive. They say they don't have enough time, but they waste hours on distractions. They say they don't have enough resources, but they never get creative with what they do have. They say they're not ready, but they never take the first step. The truth is, excuses are easy to find when your why isn't strong enough, but when you are deeply connected to your purpose, excuses lose their power. You stop saying, I can't, and start asking, how can I? You stop looking for reasons to quit and start finding ways to keep going. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not their intelligence, not their background, not their circumstances. It is their level of commitment to their why. A struggling entrepreneur who is driven by the dream of giving their family a better life will work harder, fight longer, and push through more challenges than someone who is just in it for the money. An athlete who is chasing a dream they've had since childhood will train with more intensity than someone who just wants to be in shape. When your why is bigger than your excuses, you don't need motivation because the vision itself is enough to keep you moving. Hard days will come. Doubt will creep in. Life will throw obstacles in your path. But when your reason for fighting is strong enough, quitting is no longer an option. You will get up earlier, you will work longer, you will push harder, not because it's easy, but because you refuse to settle for anything less than the life you know you were meant to live. When your why is bigger than your excuses, success becomes inevitable. Obsession may ignite the fire, but discipline keeps it burning. It is the bridge between wanting something and actually achieving it. Without discipline, obsession fades into mere enthusiasm, something that comes and goes with your emotions. But when you pair obsession with discipline, you become unstoppable. You no longer rely on motivation, because motivation is unreliable. Some days you'll feel like pushing forward, and some days you won't. But discipline doesn't ask how you feel. It demands that you show up regardless. Discipline means doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it, like what you're tasked to do. Discipline means doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. It means showing up every single day with the same intensity, the same commitment, and the same focus, whether or not you see immediate results. Most people start with excitement, but when they don't see instant success, they slow down, they take a break, they let distractions creep in. But discipline doesn't allow that. It keeps you locked in, focused on the long-term goal, rather than the short-term discomfort. The real test of discipline is not in the easy moments, it's in the difficult ones. It's when you're tired, when you're frustrated, when progress seems slow. It's in those moments that winners separate themselves from everyone else. Average people look for reasons to quit. Disciplined people find ways to keep going. They understand that success is not built on one big moment, but on the small, consistent efforts made every single day. It's waking up earlier, training harder, studying longer, and sacrificing temporary pleasure for long-term gain. People who lack discipline make decisions based on their mood. If they feel like working, they work. If they feel like taking a break, they take one. But success doesn't care about your mood. It only responds to consistent effort. The ones who win are the ones who treat every day like a non-negotiable. They don't wait for the right conditions, the right timing, or the perfect plan. They take action and they adjust along the way. Discipline is not about perfection. It's about consistency. It's about showing up even when you're uninspired. It's about pushing forward even when you feel stuck. Over time, that discipline compounds. It turns small daily actions into unstoppable momentum. And when discipline fuels your obsession, there is nothing, absolutely nothing, that can stand in your way. The moment you decide to chase something bigger than yourself, critics will appear. It's almost a law of nature. The louder you become, the more you stand out, the more resistance you will face. Some will doubt you, some will mock you, some will try to convince you that you're wasting your time, not because they truly care about you, but because your ambition makes them uncomfortable. Your commitment reminds them of their own lack of effort. Your obsession exposes their mediocrity, and instead of rising to your level, they would rather pull you back down to theirs. Most people never achieve their full potential, not because they aren't capable, but because they listen to the wrong voices. They allow criticism to plant seeds of doubt in their minds. They let opinions shape their reality. But the truth is, critics are everywhere. If you play it safe, they will call you weak. If you take risks, they will call you reckless. If you fail, they will laugh. If you succeed, they will say you got lucky. There is no winning with them, so why even try? The only way to silence critics is to keep moving forward. Keep building, keep working, keep proving them wrong, not with words, but with results. Understand that criticism often comes from people who have never built anything themselves. They stand on the sidelines pointing out flaws while you are in the arena taking action. If they knew what it took to create something great, they would have no time to criticize you, so why take their word seriously? Why let someone with no skin in the game dictate how you play? The only opinions that matter are the ones from those who have walked the path you are on, those who have fought the battles you are fighting. And even then, the final decision is always yours. Criticism is not a stop sign, it's a test. It's life asking you, how bad do you really want it? Will you crumble under the weight of other people's opinions, or will you stand tall and keep going? The choice is yours. The greats didn't listen to the doubters, the naysayers, the small-minded voices trying to keep them average. They blocked out the noise and focused on their mission. And that's exactly what you must do. Let them talk while you work. Let them doubt while you prove. Let them watch while you win. Success has a price. And the ones who achieve it are the ones willing to pay that price up front. You cannot have the rewards of tomorrow without making the sacrifices today. This is where most people fall short. They want the success, but they don't want the struggle. They want the rewards, but they don't want to give anything up. They want the results, but they are not willing to put in the work. And so they stay stuck, wanting, wishing, hoping. while those who understand the power of sacrifice move ahead. Sacrifice means giving up what is easy in exchange for what is meaningful. It means turning off the distractions, saying no to temporary pleasures, and focusing all your energy on the things that matter. It means waking up earlier, staying up later, putting in the extra hours, and doing the things that others are unwilling to do. While they relax, you work. While they waste time, you invest it. While they make excuses, you make progress. And over time, the gap between you and them widens until they are left wondering how you got so far ahead. The truth is, every great achievement is built on sacrifice. Athletes sacrifice comfort to train harder. Entrepreneurs sacrifice weekends and vacations to build something that lasts. Artists sacrifice social time to perfect their craft. The people at the top didn't get there by luck. They got there by giving up what others refused to let go of. They understood that sacrifice is not a punishment, it's an investment. Every hour spent working, every distraction avoided, every short-term pleasure denied is a deposit into the future. Most people struggle because they want the rewards without the discipline. They want the body without the workouts. They want the wealth without the effort. They want the recognition without the grind. But the world doesn't work that way. You cannot cheat the process. You cannot skip the hard parts. You must pay the price. And the sooner you embrace that, the sooner you will rise above everyone else who is still looking for a shortcut. Sacrifice is the separator. It is the difference between those who succeed and those who stay average. It is the test that determines who really wants it and who is just pretending. The question is, are you willing to give up today's comforts for tomorrow's greatness? Because if you are, the future is yours for the taking. Relentlessness is the mindset that separates the unstoppable from the average. It is the refusal to quit, the unwillingness to back down, and the ability to keep moving forward no matter what stands in your way. Life will test you. It will throw challenges, failures, and disappointments in your path. But those who succeed are the ones who refuse to let anything break them. They don't slow down when things get tough. They don't hesitate when obstacles appear. They push forward with an unshakable determination that says, I will not stop until I win. Most people start with excitement, but the moment things become difficult, they begin to second-guess themselves. They let doubt creep in. They listen to fear. They allow setbacks to convince them that maybe their dream isn't meant to happen. But the relentless ones operate differently. They don't let emotions dictate their actions. They don't let failure define them. When they hit a wall, they find a way over it, around it, or through it. They don't need guarantees of success to keep going. They keep going because stopping is not an option. Being relentless means you don't stop when you're tired. You stop when you're done. It means you show up every day whether you feel like it or not. It means that no matter how many times you fall, you rise again, stronger, wiser, and more determined than before. The people who achieve greatness are not the ones who had it easy. But they are the ones who endured when others gave up. They fought through the struggles. They kept pushing even when no one believed in them. They stayed committed long after the excitement faded. There will always be reasons to stop. There will always be excuses available. But being relentless means refusing to take them. It means making the decision that nothing, not fear, not failure, not fatigue, will stop you. Most people live their lives on standby, waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect opportunity, the perfect conditions. But the relentless don't wait. They create. They adapt. They overcome. And because of that, they win. If you want success, you must become relentless. You must be willing to outwork, outlast, and outfight anyone and anything that tries to stand in your way. Because in the end, the only people who succeed are the ones who refuse to quit, no matter what. Success is not handed out. It is earned through effort, discipline, and relentless commitment. Too many people sit back and wait for the perfect opportunity, the perfect conditions, or the perfect stroke of luck to change their lives. But the truth is, success does not come to those who wait. It comes to those who work. It comes to those who take responsibility for their future, those who show up every day and put in the effort, long before they see the reward. There are no shortcuts, no easy paths, and no guarantees. There is only the process, and only those willing to endure it will reach the top. The world does not owe you anything. It does not care about your excuses, your struggles, or your setbacks. It only responds to results. You don't get what you want. You get what you earn. That means showing up when you don't feel like it. That means putting in extra hours when no one is watching. That means staying focused when distractions try to pull you away. The people who succeed understand that every decision, every action, and every sacrifice builds towards something greater. Most people never reach their full potential because they are looking for an easier way. They want the rewards without the struggle. They want to win without competing. They want to be great without doing what greatness requires. But success is not a gift. It is the result of discipline and consistency. It is built in the moments when no one is watching, in the sacrifices that no one claps for, and in the battles that no one else sees. The ones who make it are not the ones who had it easy. They are the ones who refused to give up when things got hard. When you understand that success is earned, not given, your entire mindset shifts. You stop waiting and start working. You stop hoping and start doing. You stop expecting and start executing. And over time, your efforts compound, your skills sharpen, and your results begin to speak for themselves. While others are complaining, you are creating. While they are making excuses, you are making progress. And one day, when they wonder how you got so far ahead, you will know the answer. You earned it. Because success is not given to those who wish for it. It is given to those who refuse to stop until they have built it. Success is not reserved for the lucky or the privileged. It belongs to those who are willing to put in the work, make the sacrifices, and stay relentless in their pursuit. It is earned through discipline, perseverance, and an unshakable commitment to becoming better every single day. The question is not whether success is possible. The question is whether you are willing to do what it takes. So stop waiting, stop hoping, and start building. Chase your goals with everything you have. Push past the doubt, the fear, and the criticism. Stay focused, stay hungry, and stay relentless, because in the end, the ones who win are not the ones who had it easy, but the ones who refuse to quit. Make the decision today. Earn your success and never look back.